Good morning and welcome back to Starkeep Wormstead. So I realized that when I woke up this morning and took my first breath, that I raised the CO2 emissions on this planet. I started my daily routine, folks. Take off my night clothes, put them in the dirty basket, take the dirty clothes basket, go and put it into the wash machine, and again, I realized that washing clothes was going to raise CO2 emissions. In fact, the World Economic Forum encouraged me only wash my blue jeans once a month, my jumpers, which I'm assuming are everyday clothes, once a week, and my pajamas once a week. They did say I could wash my underwear every single day. Welcome back, folks. My name is Sam. This video is absolutely mind-blowing. I'm going to prove to you that everything that you do, as far as the World Economic Forum is concerned, it's bad for the planet. Basically, folks, because you are the carbon they want to reduce. Now, let's start with this little gem about coffee, because it's early in the morning, and guess who just drank an entire pot of coffee? This chick. Ask me, did I consider my CO2 carbon footprint while I was drinking that amazing community coffee that's grown here in Louisiana? No, not at all. Not at all. I'm gonna drink my coffee, folks. I'm a busy lady. I got a lot on my plate. My coffee helps clear brain fog when I first wake up. So your cup of coffee is going to kill the planet. Watch this.
Give you the chance to expand on that.
Basically, the coffee that we all drink emits between 15 and 20 tons of CO2 per ton of coffee. So we should all know that. This is every time we drink coffee, we are basically putting CO2 into the atmosphere. One of the reasons is because most of the coffee plantation, or most of the coffee is produced through monoculture.
Have you ever heard of anything so nonsensical in your entire life? Of course you haven't. Of course you haven't. Then let's move on to houseplants. If you've got houseplants, you are destroying the earth. You heard me right. So let's go through what we can and can't do. We can't drink coffee. We can't have houseplants. We cannot farm our own food, because when we farm, we're raising CO2 emissions. So what does that mean, folks? Well, it means we're going to reinvent the food system, just like we're reinventing the energy section. Now, this is how my mind takes this. You're going to take oil, which is a natural product, a renewable energy source like water, that is infinite in the amount that is found inside the earth. Oil will always be there. We can't run out. There's enough for 10 times the amount of people on the earth. You're going to take that away from us and force us to use toxic chemicals you've got to dig out of the earth, like cobalt, arson, lithium, and make us use that, costing the average person, the little people, more money than we've got. Really? They're going to do the same thing in the food sector. You guys know I'm into sustainable agriculture, right? It's what I do. What they're saying is that the average person's backyard garden is causing emissions to rise. It's causing waterways to be poisoned. And in a way, they are correct, because most people don't understand how to garden. They get out there in their yard and they destroy it with the machines. They till it. They dump a ton of fertilizer on it, way more than that plant could ever absorb. So what happens to the runoff? Makes its way down to water sources, out into the rivers, right out into the Gulf of Mexico. Yep. A lot of people don't understand that pesticides are toxic to not just the bug you're trying to kill, but everything else around it, okay? Ramifications, folks. The problem is we've gone from one extreme to the other. The World Economic Forum wants to destroy everything we know. And most people in the world have walked through their life poisoning themselves at every turn without any thought to it. Let's take washing your clothes. I mentioned that in the beginning. Now, the detergents that you're using are toxic. They're toxic to the waterways. They're toxic to your bodies. So I'm going to encourage you to make the switch today to products that are non-toxic like me and my family did. Look, folks, I don't spend a lot of money I don't have on hand because I don't have credit cards. So I made a switch to the hair care products, to the skin care, to the deodorant, and to what I wash my clothes in. Everything else, I'll get it on the cheap. But those things I decided were important enough to me and the environment on my property to change. If you'd like to make the switch, drop me an email with your first and last name, your email and phone number. I'll get someone to call you and explain it. It's an online private shopping club. That's it. American-made, non-toxic products. But back to the World Economic Forum and how you should wash your clothes. Watch this. How you feel about that, folks? Wash your jeans once a month. Let me tell you guys something. Sitting in the World Economic Forum, you pansy, lily white, even the black ones, you lily white, soy drinking, non-working fools. My husband works. In case you don't know what the word work means, it means that when he comes home, he is drenched in sweat from the 133 degree heat index we hit yesterday, because you idiots are tearing up the ionosphere and heating up the earth. So my poor husband walked in the door with his clothes. It looked like there was salt embedded in his t-shirt. His pants could have stood up by themselves when he took them off to take a cold shower, because he poured sweat and salt out of his body because you guys are trying to kill us. Don't tell this housewife that she can't wash her husband's clothes but once a week or once a month. You can KOSA. For the ones of you who don't know what that means, kiss Sam's bottom. I'm gonna wash my husband's clothes every day because he deserves it. And have my husband stink. What kind of people? These people are insane. Not happening. It is not happening. But that's how they're going to raise your kids, folks. This is the junk. When they're doing the Common Core in America, when they're educating your kids on that in public school, your grandkids, they have sustainability lesson plans that they have to teach. That's the kind of junk that's in there. How many times does your mom wash clothes a day? She should reduce the amount of time she washes clothes. Don't wash your towels but once a week. Look, if you do that already because that's how you were raised, because you had conscientious parents, I'm down with that, folks. But I'm going to wash clothes when I want to wash clothes and how I want to wash clothes. Because I'm an American and because I just want to. I like to wash clothes. I wash the rugs. I wash the bed sheets. Every day, washers just going away in my house. I like to wash clothes. We sweat. Look where I live. It's 90 degrees at 9:30 in the morning. I wash clothes several times a day because we change clothes several times a day in this house, or we literally would stink. I don't care who likes it. It's easy to sit on a panel in a suit in a comfortable 68 degrees and tell the rest of the world how they can and cannot wash their clothes. You liberals that are behind all this nonsense, you better wake up, Ring, because it's not going to be good for you either. It's not going to be good for you either. Statistics show most liberals have a higher income bracket, which means you have more private property, right? Get a load of this. You will be required to house either single individuals or a single parent with at least 2 children in these teeny tiny pods on your property. Your property. That's what the World Economic Forum is going to do for all these illegal migrants coming into all these westernized worlds. They're going to look at us and say, hey, I'm going to give you a pod, put it in your garden. Oh, look, you got your own little slaves now. I mean, that's how I take it, right? So the rich get free labor to grow gardens that you and I can't grow. Folks, you better wake up. They're even encouraging people like Nestle, who had now totally has this weird product that they're using that's supposed to be like the whey from milk, but it's all synthetic, but supposedly it's identical to it. Then look what they just did to breast milk. Fake breast milk. Yeah. Bugs in food, fake breast milk, and tiny pods on your property with people you don't even know who they are. Because you will own nothing, you will like it. You'll earn that cup of coffee by towing the line and turning in your neighbor when she plants a tomato plant. Welcome to the New World Order and the World Economic Forum's future for you. Wake up, people, and wake up now. If you'd like to support our channel, because we were demonetized because we speak truth. You want this kind of truth? At least show us that you enjoy it. And find it in the top pinned. Love you guys. Have a blessed day. Like, comment, and subscribe.